What's up, guys? Back with another members only vlog, which I have not done in 2 months. I apologize. Between being sick and being busy and buying watches, clearly, yeah, been slacking. So we're gonna get back into the swing of things to where I can do this once a week, once again. So, so today is Saturday, August 23rd. It is 5:10 p.m. New watch, of course. Like I was saying, I've been buying watches. I got a new one. But I started recording because so I got a letter yesterday in my P.O. box from some jackoff trying to sell me paradigmdeals.com. And I was like, why does that sound familiar? First of all, I know it's my eBay store name. So, turns out, he was trying to sell me a domain I already own. Because if you go to paradigmdeals.com right now, it redirects to my eBay store page. So I was like, what's this guy doing, right? So, but that got me thinking, I was thinking about that, a few minutes ago, from yesterday. But that got me thinking right after, about 6 months ago, and David probably remembers this, there was some dude trying to sell me demonetization.com for like $1,000. I let that domain go a couple years ago because I wasn't really using it. And I remember replying a very nasty email back to the guy, which I showed David. And he's like, dude, or something like that. Anyway, that guy obviously gave up the domain because I just bought the domain from Namecheap for $11. So, what's funny is, because DannyMinnick.com used to be under GoDaddy, right? But GoDaddy's so expensive these days. I don't use them, and I don't like their interface at all. It's clunky. It's clunky. Even my M2 Pro MacBook Pro has a hard time loading the page because there's so much garbage on GoDaddy, just between ads and just slow servers. I don't know what it is, but it's like slow as molasses, for lack of better metaphor. I hate when there's something sticky in my keyboard. There we go. So yeah, $11 from namecheap.com, and that comes with a year free of domain privacy, which is great because, again, another thing I don't like about GoDaddy, not a rant, but they charge for domain privacy, which is stupid. Google domains used to offer it for free back when it was around, but now it's bought by Squarespace, and I'm not gonna go to Squarespace for my domains. It's like going to GoDaddy. They're just as expensive. You go to Namecheap, you get them at $11 in my case. But Namecheap, they live up to their name. It's a simple domain service. I used to use domains.com, but then they got real nasty in one of their support chats I had with them because I was angry that they went from allowing you to use their domains you buy anywhere to you can only use it with their website builder. Like, that is so anti-consumer, domains.com. And I said that, and this dude he got this big, massive attitude with me. I was like, you know what? No, I'm not going to renew my domain then. So I let it expire and rebought it on Namecheap. So, yeah, Namecheap is the way to go. I guess Bluehost would also be another way to go. I have not checked their prices in a while, but Namecheap I'm happy with. So, all 4 or 5 of my domains, however many I have now, are through Namecheap. So, and there are a couple more that I'm not going to name because I want to snag them up. I just don't want to pay for it right now, so I'll wait. But there are a couple more domains I want to get. So right now, DannyMinnick.com just redirects to my YouTube channel. That's fine for now. I may build a website later this year. I kind of want to. I have not done that in years. But I don't know where I would do that. I could go to Squarespace for that, but it's just not cheap. Squarespace is not cheap. It's premium, and it has every right to be premium because it is a really nice service. It's a really easy to build website host solution. Wasn't there something else that was cheaper than Squarespace I used to use a long time ago? I can't think of the name. There's WordPress, Squarespace, and there's a third one. Let's Google it. Website hosting. Should be at the top. So Bluehost is actually at the top, and then INOS I used to use for a little bit. Hostinger? That's not what I was thinking of. Wix. Wix, that's it. It was Wix. Yeah, I think David worked with Wix. But see, Namecheap does web hosting too, so I could just use them. I just don't know how easy their website builder is. That's one thing I'm not keen on. Like, I can do domains and domain, registries and editing the DNS and all that stuff. But when it comes to building a website, I need a really good, dumbed down website builder. Just because, that's not my cup of tea. That's not my wheelhouse, I guess. Just like I don't know how to code, but I can build a computer that anybody could use for coding. You just build a computer. I know how to build computers. I know how to work with domains and DNS. It's building the website, and it's coding I don't understand. I don't understand CSS. I don't understand any coding at all, whether it's JavaScript, CSS, what else is out there? Python. I almost said Pathfinder. Python is one. C++. HTML is where I was good at HTML as a kid, but even then I've lost some of that. So it is what it is. Anyway, welcome back to the vlog, and let's make it a good one. I'm about to go get some food because I'm hungry. I'm thinking Chipotle. Maybe. I kind of want Chick-fil-A. Also a maybe. And then I'm going to come back here and edit videos, and I need to list stuff on eBay, and then maybe game tonight with the guys, possibly. Now that me and Logan are cool again. Yes, me and Logan are cool again. Shout out to Colin for showing my vlog on his stream, on Colin's stream, and Logan was in the audience watching, so he saw the 30-minute rant I had on Logan, and it didn't really help anything, I don't think. I think even though I may have pointed out some things that I was correct on, think about it like this: if you're Logan and you're getting talked about in your vlog, in your new enemies vlog, I guess, it pissed me off too. So I get it. So, but anyway, in the chat last night, let's talk about it real quick. In the chat last night, Chelsea was stirring the pot like she likes to do, and so I counter stirred. I was like, you know what I said to Logan, because I did say some things, and I don't think I repeated them in the vlog. I'm not gonna do it here. I did say some things that was out of pocket. So, and we both did, but I was like, you know what? That is wrong of me, because as somebody who goes to church, you would think I wouldn't say stuff like that. You would think, but again, I'm also not perfect. So, that being said, I was like, you know what, Logan? I am sorry. I do apologize for saying those hurtful things. That wasn't right. The tongue is a double-edged sword, and it is. I've said that to David. I've said that to other people, over the years. The tongue is you can use your tongue can be used to build people up and tear them down, and that's why it's a double-edged sword. So, long story short, I was like, you know what, Logan? I am sorry. I do apologize for saying that stuff. I acted out of retaliation of what you said to me, and about my mother and all that stuff. And he's like, you know what, dude? I'm also sorry. I was like, all right, dude. He's like, we cool? I said, you know what, Logan? We're cool. So we're cool. So, he immediately unblocked me of all his stuff. Now I have to go the process of doing the same, because when you're done with somebody and you think they're done with them for good, you go on this rampage of just block, and now I can't remember half the stuff I blocked them on. So this is gonna be a process, Logan. Just be patient. We will get through it. I will find everything you were blocked on. I do need to unblock you on Switch. I just now thought of that. And Xbox. You don't have PlayStation, so I need to block you there. I need to unblock you on Valorant and Fortnite. You see what I'm saying? I already unblocked you on X. I unblocked you on YouTube. I did that last night. So we're good there. I do need to unblock your number, but I also need to add your number back, and I don't know what your number is, but I can probably figure it out because I know the area code. So that shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, anyway, so we're good. So that's that. But And it feels good. It does. It honestly does. I know Chelsea hates this, but it does feel good to like not have beef with people because then you don't have to worry about it and you have to think about it anymore, and it's not living rent free in your head. Because that's the thing, and Logan can attest to this too. Is my lens smudged? Hold on a second. No, it's fine. It looks smudged, but I think that's just my retinopathy. Yeah, I got blurry vision in the right eye currently. Just a little bit, nothing crazy. Just having diabetes is lame. But, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Logan can attest to this. I mean, you're mad at somebody. They low-key do live rent-free in your head. And we both did that. So, my friend's gonna attest to that, I'm sure, in the past. Anyway, that's all for now. I'm gonna go ahead and get food. And, yeah, welcome to the vlog. Good to be back. So, please don't leave. No, I'm joking. I mean, if you want to, you can, but then you won't see this, so. Alright. Here comes the piston slap. He didn't do it. He didn't always do it. I guess I shouldn't be mad. I just wanted to get it on camera. I think maybe I already have got it on camera. Alright, so what am I getting for Din Din? The Subway app doesn't work. Does anybody have a problem with the Subway app? Like, it doesn't work at all on the iPhone. And it's not the iPhone. It's more like it's the servers. What is with everything having server problems? I don't know. But regardless, that is a really big branch that fell. I don't have a chainsaw, so whatever. I do not know what I want yet. Still don't know where I'm eating. I kind of want Asian now. Maybe I get Asian. That does sound good. Could just get sushi. Really tempted. I was gonna eat back at the house though. If I get sushi, I'll probably just sit down somewhere and eat sushi. Right? Oh, okay, that's red. Okay, never mind. Yes, it is weird seeing it by itself. I was watching for some reason I'm getting like a lot of like old videos recommended to me from YouTube for David's channel, and I just watched this iPhone 5S madness ordering video, and apparently I commented 11 years ago that I'll be getting the iPhone 5S in gold and 64 gigabytes in October. Whenever year that, I think that was 2013 or 2014, which I ended up doing. I remember that phone. I wish I was making content then because I wasn't. But yeah, I found that comment that I was going to get that phone, and I ended up with it. It was a good phone. Not as good as the 16, Plus or Pro. What do I have? iPhone 16 Pro, not Pro Max. So, do I get sushi? I'm leaning towards yes. I think I will. I usually go eat. When it comes to restaurants, I eat by myself all the time. But when it comes to eating sushi, I usually eat with somebody. Screw it. If I want sushi, I'm just gonna get sushi. I'm just gonna eat by myself. I will be fine. There's a place over here called Oishi. It's one of my favorite sushi spots. Oracle's, I don't think you're a member, but if you are, this is one of the spots that I said, if you ever come visit Kansas City, we gotta go there. And maybe we can play some Animal Crossing tonight. I just texted you that right before I hit the record button again. So maybe you reply, maybe we play, or I play by myself. Either way, I have to go to Animal Crossing. I have to go to Animal Crossing. I have to get in Animal Crossing tonight because I have to sell things and buy things and wheel and deal because I like to keep my wealth wealthy, if that makes sense. I've got 1.6 million bells in Animal Crossing. I'm a filthy little villager. Filthy rich little villager. I was like, wait a minute, why is that so wrong? Filthy rich little villager, not a filthy little villager. That's funny. Alright, Oishi's popping. I'm gonna try to get some footage of the inside so you can see what I was talking about. You all can see what I'm talking about. So food was phenomenal. Sorry, I was backing up. I don't want to hit nobody. The food was amazing. My waitress, first of all, very pretty. All right. I normally don't comment on people's looks, especially in a vlog, but Leah, you're never gonna see this. That was the waitress's name. You're never gonna see this video, like, ever. And I don't know how long you've been working there, but I would definitely come back and have more sushi. And hope that I would get served by you again. She was pretty and extremely nice. And she gave me a recommendation, which normally I don't listen to recommendations from anybody because I'm like, nah, I know what I like. You know what I mean? Maybe that's it. This is probably an ego thing. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let Leah cook. She doesn't cook. She doesn't cook there. She was a waitress. It's a joke somewhere in there. But she said, my favorite roll is the magic roll. I was like, ooh. So she went was in it. It was like tuna and cream cheese and it's deep fried, right? And I've been trying to stay away from deep fried, but I was like, sushi. One deep fried roll of sushi is not going to kill me, you know? So I was like, all right, let me get that. And let me get eel on a bed of rice, which is, it's sushi is what it is, but it was sushi. It was eel sushi, which is eel, I think it's barbecued eel because in eel sauce, right? On a bed of rice wrapped with seaweed. Phenomenal. I've had it before. Phenomenal. And it's funny, me and Oracles last night were texting about what kind of sushi we like. She also likes eel. And I was like, oh, girl, me too. So that's cool. But so I got that. Then I got the hand-wrapped eel avocado. So it's eel with avocado and rice and some sort of vegetable. I forget what the vegetable was. Wrapped in seaweed. And it's just a hand roll. It's like that big. You hold it in your hand and eat it. You know, and that was good. But the star of the dinner was the magic roll that Leah recommended. Man, what a good dinner. So yeah, Leah, she's a very cute waitress. She was so I got a thing for white girls who were ginger. So she had, her hair was, it was curly hair too. Beautiful curly, natural curly hair. Ginger white with freckles, right? And then she had like, almost like pigtails. And I was just like, man, you remind me of she reminded me of one of my Cyberpunk V characters. Because as you all know, I have 9 different versions of V for Cyberpunk because I'm obsessed with that game. Like, unhealthily obsessed with that game. One of my V characters has pigtails, except they're blue instead of ginger. But I was like, she reminded me of the Cyberpunk, of my V character from like the 5th save file or something like that. Pretty sure it's the 5th save file. And I was just like, I didn't say but you know what I mean. I was just like, all right, I dig that. And her personality is really what was attractive. Like, she was down to earth, really nice, made sure I was watered and fed, you know what I mean? That's how you take care of your customers, you know what I mean? You gotta make sure they're watered and fed, just like they're mules. And I just ran a red light. That's okay. Bill me, Shawnee, bill me. But I would about to slam on the brakes. I'm just not. The brakes in this car need to be replaced. They're starting to squeak. So, but yeah, it was a very good dinner. It was really nice. I do like hello, you know. So, let's see. Do I have anywhere else I have to be? I don't think I do anything. I'm just going back to the house. I don't think Dave is streaming tonight. It's, you know, like I said earlier, it's Saturday, but his voice is shot after last night. Well, so let me tell you about last night's stream real quick. So, Chelsea
the shit starter, as she is, love her, but she do like the drama. Started stirring the pot between me and Logan, and it worked for a while. Wait, I've already said this. Anyway, it ended up being full of laughs and apologies, and David was laughing a lot and using his voice and yelling at Valorant, so his voice is shot. But also, shout out to the moms who thought it was a good idea to take your various children to a sushi place. You'll never do that again, will you? There's no way you'll ever do that again. They were fed up with their own kids. I would be too. I was fed up with their kids. But, and I'm like, and I didn't even think about this beforehand. I should have been like, can you sit me somewhere where there's not a lot of people, especially no kids? I didn't think about that. I can't say that when I'm already there in the area where there are kids. And I'm like, I don't want to sit next to these kids. I mean, I could. I'd look like an ass. Wouldn't be the first time though, I guess. But those kids were so bad. Mommy, I don't like sushi. Mommy, that looks gross. Mommy, I want them to sing happy birthday to me. She's like, it's not even your birthday for another week. I'm like, yeah, kid, you're not getting an early happy birthday, bruh. When people ask me, why do I want kids? Gee, why don't I want kids? Maybe it's just, I wouldn't want more than one kid. Who knows? But it is not appealing. Shout out to you, Colin. I know you love your kid to death. You're the biggest simp for your kid, as you should be. Shout out to my brothers, and sisters who all have kids, except for Josiah. I guess he didn't have any kids yet. But shout out to all y'all. I will be the uncle, because the other day, them motherfucking kids get to go home. And I need to go home to my cat, who in itself is a kid. What do you think about it? I was playing with him today, and he was demanding that I give him a treat, meowing and whining about it. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So I gave him a treat. I have a kid. He just has a tail. I love that cat. He was looking really cute today, but he was also wanting to go outside. He's not an outside cat. The only time he was outside was when I was rescuing him out of a dumpster. He's not an outside cat. He's just not. But he was looking through the window and saw a blue jay. And he was doing the tiki thing they do, the chatter, the chitter chatter, the eek thing. I didn't get it on camera, I should have. And I was like, you're not getting him, kitty. I'm sorry, he didn't want anything to do with you. And last time I checked, you're not exactly an apex predator either. Because when we have a mice problem, and we did a few months back, but I got rid of the mice infestation. It was 3 whole mice. I had 3 blind mice in my walls, right? And they were chewing on cables in my office. Yeah, that's a big no-no. But can't rely on him. And field mice are all over Kansas. Field mice and tarantulas. You would think the tarantulas would eat the field mice, but they don't. I saw a tarantula not long ago in Kansas, and then I saw in the news that tarantulas are migrating to Kansas. And now we got big ass spiders I got to deal with. Besides the wolf spiders, besides brown recluse, now we got tarantulas. Great. So hopefully, if there's a tarantula that ever shows up in my house, maybe my cat will want to attack it, but he probably won't, and I'll have to do the job again. So. Big old spiders. We might as well live in Australia if we got tarantulas now. I'm just saying, just throwing it out there. But anyway, so yeah, so I myself have dealt with the mouse situation because my good for nothing cat is too good. Remember, he came from a dumpster, so now he thinks he's high society, you know, snobby little cat doing this. So I love that dude, but boy is he worthless when it comes to hunting. Except when it's my feet. If it's my feet underneath the sheets, then he's all apex predator and I'm getting torn up. But if it's time to actually, hunt something, like a mouse or a spider, he used to hunt spiders when he was a kid, did it all the time, loved it. He didn't care anymore. Oh, speaking of pets, this is not really a pet of mine, but I do have deer that live in my backyard, and there's a couple of them over there right now. I'm gonna see if I can get some footage, but I don't know if they're cool with me as long as I'm at a distance, but if I get too close, they start leaving, so we'll see what happens. I'm gonna see if I can approach them though. That'd be kind of cool for the vlog. I doubt it'll happen, but we'll see. All right. Oh, and almost said her name. Oracle did text me back, so we're gonna play Animal Crossing tonight. Oh yeah, they're coming up closer now. They're hungry. All right, let me get them. Well, I've been spotted. They now know I'm here. Bookie. Aren't they cool? Oh yeah, there's that branch I was telling you about that fell the other day. Hi. Hi. You guys are so cute. Just the whole family. I love how they wag their tails. I think they're swatting flies is why, but I almost wonder if the one in the front is the mom and then that's the older sister, and that's a younger sister or something, and now they're playing. Isn't that cool? They're so cool. This is in my backyard all the time. It's an enchanted, I live in enchanted forest, I'm telling you. They're so cool. I wish they'd let me approach them, but they won't. They're definitely keeping their eye on me. Maybe one day. Shout out to Colin, who he's like, dude, I don't know how you can live in an area with cicadas that loud. If you're not from around here, at least the southern part of the Midwest, which is where I'm basically middle southern, I guess. Yeah, the cicadas can be loud if you're not used to it. But I've been here all my life. I don't hear them until somebody points them out. I really don't. So, what's up, everybody? It's a beautiful day out. It's 81 degrees, but it feels like it's 71. It's that fall weather coming in. So, yeah, I've been working on eBay stuff the last couple days. Speaking of which, it is Tuesday. And there's the mail guy. Let me back up out of my driveway. We actually updated our post office recently to where very soon the post office will have electric vehicles, which is cool. So that old truck that he's driving right now will soon be gone. It's definitely dated. So but yeah, so if you're not from around here, the cicadas are probably really loud to you. But to me, I don't notice them. Anyway, I finished Breaking Bad last week. I think I've already said it in the vlog. Pretty sure. I started The Sopranos today, just out of curiosity. I saw, and it's been on my list for like 3 years to watch. Probably more than 3 years. Because if you know me well, you know I'm a huge fan of Casino, of Goodfellas. In fact, it goes Goodfellas, Casino, and Scarface. Scarface is a different type of, it doesn't go with the other two because those are mob movies. Scarface is just, Cuban. The Cuban mob, I guess. Oh yeah, this road is closed. I forgot. I'm just gonna go straight. I'm trying to go to Target. Oh, you know what? I ordered Jersey Mike's. Also, shout out to Sopranos. Got me wanting a freaking Philly cheesesteak, so I ordered Jersey Mike's. David, question for you. Do you have Jersey Mike's over in the real land of cheesesteaks? Kansas City, we don't. I'm sure our cheesesteaks are garbage, A traditional actual cheesesteak is best in Jersey, Philadelphia, New York, that area. So I'm just wondering how Jersey Mike's would stack up, if you even have Jersey Mike's there. Jersey Mike's is huge over here. It first moved to Kansas City within the last 5 years or so. So it's new, but they've exploded, and delicious subs. Better than Subway, better than Good Sense. Good Sense is great. In fact, Good Sense is better than Subway, but Jersey Mike's is better than Good Sense. Good Sense, I know almost none of you who are watching have, because it's a local Kansas City chain. It used to be called Mr. Good Sense, now it's just called Good Sense. But yeah, I'm just gonna had to go around because of all the construction. I can't wait for them to be done with this so I can like drive normal in my neighborhood. But so I started Sopranos today. I got way distracted. And I knew I was going to regret not watching it sooner. I knew it. Within the first 20 minutes, I'm like, oh, why have I been slacking on watching this show? I'm already on episode 3. First of all, everybody wears a watch. It's the 90s, right? Sopranos ran from 1999 to 2007, which I love because I love the 90s. I love the 80s. You guys know that. So it's a breath of fresh air to watch a show that is very similar to Goodfellas. Goodfellas is a movie, but to have basically a show form of Goodfellas, and what's funny is they mentioned Goodfellas and Scarface in The Sopranos. It's apparently Tony Soprano who's the main character. It's his favorite. Those are his favorite movies to watch, according to his wife, who was talking to the priest, who's always hanging out at their mansion. It's amazing. There's a lot of humor. There's a lot of seriousness. There's a lot of nudity. A lot of like everywhere, which no complaints, you know, and a lot of murder. So, and obviously language, like the kid said, so we're not having Edie when his grandma didn't show up, which I thought was hilarious. So, but yeah, I'm loving the show, and I'm kicking myself already. I knew I would for not watching it sooner, but also I'm kind of glad because I have something new to me to watch. So you know what? I think I'll go to Jersey Mike's first. Yeah. Yeah, I ordered just a traditional Philly cheesesteak with a Diet Pepsi. I blame Sopranos. First of all, they're making me hungry with all the Italian food they have, of course. But I was like, I really want a Philly cheesesteak. So I was like, let me just open up the app on Jersey Mike's, or the Jersey Mike's app on my iPhone, and yeah, so I'll be eating that for dinner. I'm very excited. I might game with not Logan. I might game with Michael tonight. We'll see. I do know one thing, that when I get back, I'm going to continue episode 3 of Sopranos while I eat my dinner. And yeah, I'm not going to spoil the show, but it's really good. It's so well written. I mean, for the first 5 minutes, you're just in it, you know. It's like, it's not a slow start either. It's a fast burning, like it's good. It's so I love it. It's basically, you know, Tony Soprano is having like panic attacks or whatever, and he's obsessed with like these ducks in his backyard, in his big swimming pool. They swim in his swimming pool every morning. And one day they fly away. Because they're baby ducks. One day they fly away. They get old enough where they can fly, and they fly away forever. And it really upsets him. It's funny seeing the guy who's a mafia boss so fragile because of some ducks flying away from his swimming pool backyard, or his backyard in his swimming pool, so I should say. And it's a metaphor because he's afraid he's going to lose his family. So it's just that's just scratching like the very surface. Like I said, I'm not going to spoil it for you. So it's not even a spoil. It's just a part of the story. But it's just so well done. Oh, I probably should have turned. Where am I going? I'm like so wrapped up in Sopranos, I'm like driving the wrong way. That's fine. I can get the Jersey Mike's from this road, so we'll just keep going this way. I was supposed to turn back there. I wasn't thinking. I know why, because I've been going to Chipotle. Chipotle's this way. Autopilot going to Chipotle, but I don't even need to go there because I'm going to Jersey Mike's. So, got on my new Citizen. Loving this watch. I charged it up last night with the Eco. It's an Eco Drive, so it's solar powered quartz. So I have basically a beam that's for solar powered watches, which I have 4 or 5 of. And you just put the watch face down on the beam and it charges it overnight. It's pretty nice. I may have explained it already. It's okay. You know, when you talk a lot in your vlogs, you kind of forget sometimes what you've already said. It amazes me how people drive around with knocking engines, and how those engines don't blow up is wild to me. Anyway. Also, in the first episode, within like 10 minutes, they said gabagool. I didn't know. I thought that was a meme. I didn't realize it was a real thing they said in the show. What is? I don't even know what a gabagool is. I'll have to look it up. I think it's food, but I could be wrong. Did they knock down the old coffee shop yet? I don't think they did. We're getting a brand. I think I've already said this in the last vlog. I'm gonna say it again. We're getting a brand new grocery store built here, where it used to be the old library. So I'm excited, but I was thinking they were gonna knock. Oh wow, they knocked the wall down where the library used to be. Finally, I was wondering when that was gonna happen, but they still have the school and the gas station and the old coffee shop, which used to be Caribou Coffee. It's still standing. I thought they would have knocked it down by now, so it's coming. It's definitely coming. I just don't know when. But yeah, they're building a giant grocery store and an apartment complex, as if we didn't already have 2 new ones that they just built, that they're still working on. They're not all the way done with them. They're almost done with them. They already got people living in them, so that's good. Yeah, next time I visit David, we gotta get actual Philly cheesesteaks or something. I'm sure they're in Philadelphia. I'm sorry, you live in Philadelphia. I'm sure they're in Strasbourg. Why wouldn't they be in Pennsylvania though, right? It's the home of the Philly cheesesteak. But yeah, there's Jersey Mike's. So, very nice. You know, this place is brand new, but I hate the parking lot they built. It's unnecessary the way they built it. There's too many medians and not enough room to drive. Everybody has to wait on everybody else. See this? Traffic jam because I had to back up to leave. It shouldn't be. It should have. There are better ways to build a parking lot. This was not the way to do it. So every time I pull in here, this is the first time I pulled in here and somebody has not honked at me, or I have not honked at somebody. So, and when people honk at me, I'm not in the wrong, they're in the wrong. But they're honking at me because they're trying to get by, and I'm like, well, dude, I can't move until this guy moves. Basically, there's a lot of in Kansas City. Just saying. A ton of them. So, oh, I need to pick up, that's right, we're going to Target. I stopped by the bank also, so. Eye switching. Jersey Mike's order is ready. Okay, got it already. Let's see. I'm not letting this guy over. Get behind me, Satan. There you go. Good job. This dude in front of me has a mattress on his roof rack. I hope it's tied down, but the mattress is moving back and forth, so I'm not so sure. Lime green Corvette C8. That dude has the most expensive cars in this area. The most expensive used cars, I should say. 'Cause I forget, I live near Ferrari and Mercedes-Benz and Alfa Romeo and BMW. I don't live near a Tesla. Tesla's the other side of town. Did I name them all? Okay. I'm near Ferrari, Mercedes-Benz, Jaguar, Land Rover, Porsche. BMW, that's 6. I think that's all. Pretty sure that's all. But yeah, Tesla is on state line. The other side of town, which is like 15 minutes away, I want to say. So not far. You know, it's funny, we were talking about Tesla on Sunday. It was me and my dad and my pastor, Pastor Victor. And he's like, do you realize how big Tesla is? I said, yeah, dude. I said, you see more Teslas on the road now you see Fords, and it used to be Ford was on top forever. That's the car you see the most on the road now. Is Tesla. Fine by me. I love them. So I wasn't crazy about Tesla back a few years back because they start getting really bubbly, like especially the old Model Y. Granted, I would take one, but I definitely like the new Model Y, the Juniper. It's so much better because they start getting really round and bubbly. But now with the new Highland, the new Juniper, the new Model S, the new Model X, and obviously the Cybertruck, which is the first thing from a bubble, I love the current lineup of Tesla. Give us the Roadster. When's that coming out? That's supposed to be out like in 2020, I thought, but then the pandemic happened, so I get that. But that's the only one I haven't driven. I've driven all the others. But I definitely love the current lineup so much. I just can't wait till all the models have the light bar. That'll be the next thing they do, I'm sure. But right now it's what? The Model X and the Model Y with light bar. You would think the Model X would have a light bar, but they haven't done it yet. And they just refreshed it, so I don't know when that'll happen. In time. H2. I love the H2. I know it's an old SUV these days. I also like the new Hummer as well, the Hummer EV. Oh, speaking of Alfa Romero, those are right there. Giulia. Black on black, that's nice. That is a nice car. Also, Sopranos they were playing Annie Lennox at the freaking birthday party for his boy. Annie Lennox is Eurythmics chick, the Sweet Dreams lady, the bald-headed. After she left Eurythmics, she did her solo career and was Annie Lennox. That's her real name. And they were playing. What's that one song? "Don't Say I Love You" song or whatever it is. Yeah. And here in the background, it's like, ooh, I love this show. Any Cybertrucks at the charging stations? Nope. We got Model Ys and Model S's over there, it looks like. Yeah, Hy-Vee is a local grocery store chain of Kansas City and other states. They're like, I guess a regional, is the right word. Anyway, they have Tesla's superchargers and regular chargers and their burger lots. So I'm always seeing Cybertrucks over there. So yeah. Did I check in? I checked in, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Okay. Oh, I didn't hit submit. I should probably hit submit. There you go. Now I checked in. Alright, I'll see you guys. See you guys at the house, probably. Sorry for the short vlog. This vlog was originally intended for members, but now I'm going to just upload it for everybody to see because I don't have memberships anymore. That's another thing. Yeah, they get rid of your monetization. They get rid of your memberships. So this is horrible for the rebrand that I just finished. But until further notice, we're all going to see the same video from now on. And if hopefully I can get my monetization back in 90 days, but it's not guaranteed. It also says that it could be a permanent thing. And if it's a permanent thing, I don't know. Makes me wonder if this whole YouTube thing's even worth it. Maybe I'll just retire like David Banther did. Like several other people did. Remember Danny Zace? I don't even know who that guy is anymore. Ramen987, DRB UK, he's a pharmacist. Adrian. If YouTube was my only source of income and my main source of income, I'd be panicked right now. Instead, I'm just irritated. Woe is thee if YouTube is your only or main source of income. I don't know how you do it without having, there's no way to talk to YouTube directly. There isn't if you're a small channel. If you're a big channel, I think you get a contact maybe. But to have a faceless boss that doesn't tell you good from bad without some very vague guidelines, if your only main source of income is YouTube and this happens to you off of a 30-second AI generated slop video, Yeah, I don't know. I would have a backup plan if I were you. Luckily, I make $150, $200 a month from YouTube. That's not going to break me. It's going to suck. I don't have that coming in for at least 90 days. But it's not going to break me. And, yeah, I guess I'm thankful for that. As weird as that is. Thank you all so much for watching this video. This really killed the mood for me vlogging the rest of this weekend. So I think I'm done for now. If I start streaming again, it'll be on Twitch. Twitch.tv/DannyMinnick. Also, DannyMinnick.tv. Yes, I rebought that domain and I rebought DannyMinnick.com. Alright. Take care, guys. See you all maybe in the next video, assuming I don't get absolutely obliterated from the platform. We'll see. Take care.